Are the Knicks just a good story, or do you actually believe in them?
The New York Knicks, one of the NBA's best stories every year, whether they're good or bad, have now won 8 in a row. They are 4th in the Eastern Conference. Now, the skeptic would say they needed overtime and a Trae Young injury to beat Atlanta and get their way to that number 4 seed, but they're there. And I know the skeptics are already going to be there. There's one to each side of me right now, and they're about to give their opinions. But, and I'll say this at the beginning here, you don't have to be a championship contender to be relevant. The idea of being for real doesn't mean are you going to end up in the NBA Finals. This Knicks team is a good team. It's a relevant team. It's a team that has an identity. They're top 5 in defensive rating. It's a team that has a star in Julius Randle. And last night he was the first New York Knick to have a 40-10-5 game on 50-40-90 shooting. And I know that's a very specific statistic and it's just for one game, but you've got a very good player, a sort of refined bull in a china shop in Julius Randle and quality pieces around him. So in terms of ceiling, I still think the Knicks are second round at best, but they're at the highest in the rankings that they've been in the standings that they've been since prime Carmelo in 2013. This is absolutely something to celebrate if you're a Knicks fan. Just know that your ceiling is not championship. You are working your way there.
I think they know that. I mean, right? Like, we all know that the Knicks aren't actual contenders. They are a playoff team, and yeah, they could absolutely win a first-round series against, like, Atlanta. They're an incredible story. The tenacity, the grit, they're well-coached. They play great defense. RJ Barrett has improved as a shooter. Derrick Rose is making meaningful contributions. Julius Randle, I know it's a cliche that I always bring it back to football, but he's having a Josh Allen-like season. Like, what he is doing, having gone from shooting under 30% from 3 to over 40%, no one's done that. That is incredible. But while they do rank in the top 5 in defense, they rank in the bottom 10 in offense. So no, I don't see them getting out of the East, but I do see them making some noise.
Mina said we know that they know that, and we don't know that because Knicks fans are renowned for their delusions. It's always that MSG will be the thing that's going to bring the next superstar to town and that they are always a story even when they're terrible, and those are the reasons that people get snarky about the Knicks, and that's usually the angle I take. I would say something like lowered expectations, right? If you're the Knicks, you think that this is like the greatest thing that's ever happened to any team ever, when in fact you're just middle of the East playoff team that's probably going to get bounced in the second round. That being said, as someone who comes from a place that gets a lot of coverage and has a lot of great history as a team, despite not doing anything meaningful in recent years, I understand very much what they're going through because it mirrors something that happened in Chicago a number of years ago when Tom Thibodeau showed up. It was work hard, play good defense, scrappy guys, gritty players, guys you want to root for, a real enthusiasm around a team that's perhaps outperforming expectations. Heck, I'm excited about the Bulls this year just being remotely relevant and in the playoff chase, and they're not even very good because that's what happens when your team sucks for so long. So I'm not going to be snarky. I'm excited for Knicks fans. I'm excited that they're rooting for a team that's actually worth talking about. But Mina, we don't have any idea what they're thinking. We never have any idea what they're thinking. In fact, they probably do think they're going to win a title. And then somehow Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Kevin Durant, they're all going to show up in New York next year because it's still
Let me show you, Mina. Let me show you how they're going to do this, okay? They're just going to look to last year, and they're going to say the Miami Heat. Did anybody expect the Miami Heat to make a run to the finals? How did they do it? They defended. They had a great coach. They had three-point shooters. And the Knicks, while, offensively are down, they had 19 threes last night. They could surprise you with some shooting, between Bullock and Randall and Quickly. They can surprise you with some shooting. So, yes, that's the justification Knicks fans are going to have. And frankly, it's not that crazy.
Ooh, Izzy's sold.
Can I just point out that Sarah made it about Chicago, Izzy made it about Miami, and I made it about football? Like, we are all characters of ourselves.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.